Got my eye on you.
Klein of the H3 podcast now reportedly suing Broadband TV.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But I will be. For sure, I will be.
Known as BBTV. So BBTV describes itself as a creator and content management company, or as Ethan described it, a multi-channel network. With Ethan explaining, even though he's always been skeptical about trusting multi-channel networks, he said he actually had to use one to get paid from YouTube. And Ethan explaining this is because you're only allowed to have one AdSense account at a time, and Ethan made his while living in Israel, but
He's good at summarizing it really fast.
Yeah.
I will tip. He's crushing it.
Yeah.
That man is like, he's an auctioneer, boy.
So far, so good.
He's a fast stalker, and we like that. It's cutting right to the chase.
wasn't allowed to change his country, saying that made it impossible for him to get money directly from YouTube. So he decides to work with BBTV, so YouTube pays them first, and then they give the money to him. And this seeming to him as a win-win, because under his deal, 100% of Google and YouTube revenue was supposed to go directly to Ethan. And the only time that BBTV was supposed to get paid was when they set up a sponsorship read with an outside brand. But in a recent video, Ethan explained that he compared his pay stub to his YouTube analytics and realized, hey, my pay doesn't reflect that deal.
I noticed it was like significant. He's crushing it so far.
So far, perfect.
I'm ready to hike.
10 out of 10.
At this point, I got my hiking
get the shoes on. That's right.
Got the sunscreen in my bag. Significantly off. And as far as we could tell, they had skimmed $620,000 at least, right? That's just from what we can tell from specifically the membership money.
And Klein adding that what in particular pissed him off was
Klein. You put it. Is that he's putting respect on my name? You're putting me as Klein. Like we're not friends. Come on.
I mean, this is legal stuff. This is very important.
Shit.
It's important to be very clear here.
As Mr. Klein stated,
membership revenue.
These is people coming to us to show us their direct support. Like that was the whole point of this program.
The timing and
it is specifically nefarious that they went after that money. That money, which should be held sacred, and if anything, if any channel of revenue shouldn't be touched by them, it's that money that fans are giving directly to us to support our channel. They shouldn't even be allowed to touch that, frankly, via YouTube's rules. Like they, you know.
Language are also key things to take away from this. Right, for some background, Ethan explained that he had been working with BBTV since 2017, which notably was before memberships even existed. But even with that, because it's still revenue from YouTube, Ethan argued that it should fall into the same bucket as ads and he should still be getting 100% of that. But apparently when speaking to BBTV, they pointed out an other clause in his contract.
Now, these guys had the fucking audacity to come to me and say, well, if you look at this section, your revenue, and you look here, it says 70% of other net revenues. And they're like, well, memberships is other net revenue.
With them apparently claiming that they were in the right to keep the $620,000. But now you have Ethan saying, let's let the courts decide, because he's suing BBTV and pointing out that in the contract, they define Google net revenue as including Google subscriptions. And even arguing that the definition of Google subscription should clearly include memberships. Even saying he noticed this 3 days ago and sent an email to BBTV and claiming in that email that some of the discrepancies go all the way back to December of 2020, then saying it took 3 days for them to respond and set up a call. And Ethan actually recorded that call and tweeted today that he plans on publishing it so he can, quote, fully expose them as the thieves, bullies, and liars that they are. But he also explained that during that call, BBTV just maintains that they were in the right to take 30% of the membership revenue and they would not be giving it back. Which is why now Ethan's membership program is paused while he works with YouTube to get rid.
Got that wrong.
What did he say?
The membership isn't paused.
It was paused for a moment.
He says it's currently paused.
Oh.
He needs to issue a retraction. I mean, as a serious newsman, Philly, I would expect.
Well, that was the last publicly known position until this show today, right?
Well, he
probably recorded before
he
it went
up on his shit.
All right, we're being very nitpicky here.
I'm just saying.
Would not be giving it back. Which is why now Ethan's membership program is paused while he works with YouTube.
Yeah, I'm demanding a retraction. a correction.
Get rid of his old AdSense account and make a new one, which apparently can be a lengthy process. But that's also not where this ends, because Ethan then went on Twitter to say he heard that BBTV has skimmed other creators of their membership money, with him then posting an update video discussing some of those new allegations and also pointing to a creator by the name of Kavos, who tweeted back in March that BBTV was delaying its payment schedule by several weeks.
My fear is that they don't have the money and that these guys are on the verge of declaring bankruptcy.
And saying he has the options for terminating his deal with BBTV and is even willing to pay a $10,000 penalty fee just to get out of it. But also, in order to unlink his channel from BBTV, they actually have to approve it first. With Ethan saying that his fears are much bigger than him and his company. Rather, he's concerned that if BBTV goes bankrupt, it could cost tons of creators lots of money. And with all this, of course, we've seen tons of people chiming in, a lot of creators, but specifically, it was interesting to see creators that actually work with BBTV also speaking out. People like Moist Critical, with him saying
he works with BBTV?
He's never had any issues himself.
He works with BBTV. That's what Phil just said.
Oh.
But
it doesn't seem like there's any basis for them to be taking that 30%. Should that make it to court, I don't see any world where BBTV can somehow make an argument that it falls under other revenue when it very plainly and clearly states that it is part of normal YouTube net revenue.
That's ultimately where we are with this. We're gonna
Let's fucking go,
Yeah,
boy.
thanks, bro. I'm moist. I love the Moist Critical. He gets it, folks. He gets it. You know, I think part of why this isn't as big or affecting as many people, I don't think many people have this robust membership.
I agree.
Community.
I feel like we're doing it. We got to be on the top edge of YouTube memberships.
We got to be top 5, if not number 1.
We got a lot of very supportive fans, and then we have legends donating 1,000 at a time. Like,
yeah, thank you. It's so generous.
Today.
You know, it's like this is why sometimes I wish I got more respect from YouTube. It's like they're trying so hard to build out this gaming and streaming shit, and here we are streaming fucking 4 times a week, 5 times if you include the membership.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like sometimes I feel like they just don't even listen.